That includes Mr. Jinnah. Picture news from the Far East includes the Australian landing on Tarakan. Tarakan, a small island off the east coast of Borneo, was an essential link in the chain of Allied strategy for the reconquest of Borneo itself. Australian troops of the 9th Division carried out the assignment, and there was tough fighting before organised resistance ceased. With the battle nearing Japan itself, and with the great deeds of the 14th Army, we at home may be apt to forget the fighting in other parts of the Pacific. But it's all part of one great offensive, and on Tarakan, the Australians have made a great contribution to final victory. The airfield was captured, and with the help of native labour, restored for use by Allied planes, a valuable asset in the fighting for Borneo itself. Even more important, oil wells were denied to the Japs. Oil is a key to the Pacific War, and Allied strategy is aimed at destroying the enemy's resources. American torpedo boats, for example, have been shooting up installations on the Borneo coast. With their oil supplies destroyed, the Japs on Borneo will find it difficult to fight back. And nearer Japan itself, the air offensive reaches a new pitch of fury. American liberators bomb Jap-held islands in the Palau group. One liberator will never return. No, the war in the Far East is by no means an easy affair. The cost in human lives is appallingly heavy. The fight to the last spirit of the Japanese soldier was nowhere more apparent than in the fighting for Okinawa. Mud added to the difficulties, and it's estimated that out of 108,000 Japs on the island, 101,000 had to be wiped out before victory was achieved. Most of them were blasted out, one by one. Victory was slowly but surely won. Village after village was occupied. These people had been supplying Japanese guerrillas, so off they went to internment camps. And what of the odd 7,000 soldiers who weren't killed? Well, they gave themselves up, as you'll see. With the island in our hands, a Jap prisoner broadcast from an LCI to the soldiers still in hiding. He told them that the Americans do not kill prisoners, as they had always been led to believe. And one by one, they surrendered. Some even swam out to the ships in their eagerness. Many were seriously wounded, but most of them were just plain disillusioned. The same applied to the civilian population. They came out from caves and dugouts and were herded to safety by the Americans. And soon came more and more of the Japanese fighting men. This one was an officer in the Japanese Navy. Like the rest of the 7,000, he came to the conclusion that honor could be bought too dearly. These are unusual pictures. Never before have so many Japs given themselves up. A camp which until a few weeks before the surrender was empty is now crammed full of soldiers of the Son of Heaven who decided that it was better to be in disgrace with the Emperor than to die in a lost cause. No one will blame them for that, except perhaps the Son of Heaven himself.